What if some of the celebrities you've watched for decades were hiding a life-changing secret the entire time?
Did she know you were doing
From
that?
Hollywood legends to music superstars, some famous faces shocked millions when they revealed they were born male. And a few transformations are so remarkable that fans still can't believe
Whenever
them
Slash
today.
and I would lay into a riff
Behind the
together.
headlines are stories of courage, sacrifice, and personal reinvention that the media rarely tells. In this video, we'll uncover 15 transgender celebrities whose journeys stun the world, reveal their dramatic before and after transformations, and explore how their lives changed forever. Before we begin, tell us in the comments how famous and influential is your favorite star, and which transformation surprised you the most.
Unloved and with all
Bob Seger embodies the authentic, hard-working spirit of American rock and roll. For decades, he built a remarkable career by creating songs that spoke directly to the lives of everyday people. With his signature raspy voice, heartfelt delivery, and down-to-earth style, Seger became the voice of a generation that came of age during the 1970s and 1980s. Unlike many stars who embraced the glamour and excess of Hollywood, Seger always maintained a humble and approachable image. Hits such as Night Moves, Against the Wind, Turn the Page, and Like a Rock not only climbed the charts, but also became part of the personal soundtrack for millions of Americans. His music captured the emotions of youth, love, long road trips, and life's challenges in a way that felt genuine and deeply relatable. What made Seger especially appealing was his natural masculinity and his image as a hard-working, blue-collar storyteller. He never relied on controversy or publicity stunts to stay relevant. Instead, he earned the respect of fans through talent, consistency, and songs that have stood the test of time. Now, at 81 years old, Bob Seger has largely stepped away from the spotlight following his farewell tour, which concluded in 2019. Although he rarely makes public appearances, his legacy remains as strong as ever. For many fans, he represents a golden era of American rock music, one built on honesty, heart, and unforgettable storytelling. Even in retirement, Bob Seger continues to be regarded as one of the most beloved and respected figures in rock history. Daryl Hall helped bring the soulful sound of R&B into the heart of mainstream pop and rock music, creating a legacy that continues to resonate with fans decades later. As one half of the legendary duo Hall and Oates, he became one of the defining forces of the late 1970s and 1980s, blending new-age soul, pop melodies, and rock influences into a sound that uniquely their own. With his flowing blonde hair, striking good looks, and smooth, powerful vocals, Hall was widely regarded as one of the most charismatic and handsome frontmen of his era. Together with John Oates, Hall delivered an extraordinary string of hits, including Rich Girl, Kiss on My List, Private Eyes, Man-Eater, and You Make My Dreams. These songs dominated radio airwaves and helped Hall and Oates become one of the best-selling duos in music history.
Saves on transportation. No.
Yet beyond the commercial success, Daryl Hall earned admiration for his exceptional songwriting ability and his deep appreciation for classic soul music, drawing inspiration from artists he grew up listening to in Philadelphia. What set Hall apart was his ability to combine technical vocal excellence with genuine emotion. Whether performing an upbeat pop anthem or a heartfelt ballad, he brought warmth, sophistication, and authenticity to every song. His romantic image and effortless stage presence made him a favorite among fans, while his musical talent earned the respect of fellow artists across generations. Now 79 years old, Daryl Hall remains active in music and continues to perform and record. Through live shows, collaborations, and creative projects, he has proven that true artistry never goes out of style. For many longtime fans, Hall remains a timeless symbol of an era when great songwriting, soulful vocals, and genuine star power ruled the music world. Duff McKagan brought a distinctive blend of punk rock attitude, raw energy, and effortless cool to the world of hard rock.
But we're all in this
Best known as the longtime bassist of Guns N' Roses, he became one of the most recognizable figures of the late 1980s rock scene. With his shaggy
As a bass
blonde
player, you
hair,
really got to know it
lean
because that little
frame,
stink to it.
and
Whenever
rebellious
Slash
style,
and I would lay into
McKagan
a riff
stood out
together,
even among a band
that's when it's
famous
got
for its
that
larger-than-life
wrong
personality.
instrument for you.
He
Make a
embodied
bass,
the spirit of a generation
you're putting your name
that
on something
embraced
that's an
freedom,
invitation for
loud
somebody to
music,
get into music.
and a refusal to follow the rules. When Guns N' Roses exploded onto the music scene with Appetite for Destruction in 1987, McKagan's driving bass lines became a crucial part of the band's signature sound. Songs like Sweet Child O' Mine, Welcome to the Jungle, and Paradise City helped define an era and turned the group into one of the biggest rock acts in history.
I mean,
while frontman Axl that fans deeply admired. What made Duff he reinvented himself as a successful author, columnist, entrepreneur, and public speaker. His openness about overcoming addiction and rebuilding his life earned him respect far beyond the music world. Rather than becoming trapped by his rock and roll past, he used his experiences to grow both personally and professionally. Now 62 years old, Duff McKagan remains actively involved in music, writing, and live performance.
I mean, you can hear it all in my
Whether touring
voice,
with Guns N'
and
Roses,
it's a great
releasing
snapshot.
solo material, or sharing his
after we played
insights
the
through
Kingdom.
books and articles, he continues to prove that true rock and roll spirit is not defined by age. For many longtime fans, Duff remains a lasting symbol of resilience, reinvention, and authentic rock star cool. Simon Le Bon became one of the most recognizable faces of the British New Wave movement, helping to transform synth pop into something both glamorous and adventurous. As the charismatic lead singer of Duran Duran, he captivated audiences throughout the 1980s with his striking good looks, distinctive voice, and magnetic stage presence. At a time when music videos were becoming just as important as radio airplay, Le Bon emerged as one of the defining pop culture icons of the MTV generation. Together with Duran Duran, he helped create a sound that blended catchy pop melodies, innovative synthesizers, and a sense of sophistication that set the band apart from many of their contemporaries. Songs such as Hungry Like the Wolf, Rio, Save a Prayer, The Reflex, and Ordinary World became international hits and remain beloved classics today.
I'm good. I gave myself
Their music appealed to both pop fans and rock listeners, while their stylish image helped shape the look and feel of the 1980s. What made Simon Le Bon especially memorable was his ability to balance charm with a sense of mystery.
I want you to know that
He brought a romantic, adventurous quality to Duran Duran's music that resonated with millions of fans around the world. Whether appearing in the band's cinematic music videos or performing on stage, he projected confidence, elegance, and youthful energy that made him one of the era's most admired frontmen. Now, 67 years old, Simon Le Bon continues to perform with Duran Duran and remains an active presence in the music industry. Decades after the band's breakthrough, he still commands the stage with remarkable enthusiasm and professionalism.
I believe there is a place, and I think there
For
should
many
be a place
longtime
for Duran
fans,
Duran in the
Le
Rock and
Bon
Roll Hall of
represents a golden chapter in pop music history. An era when creativity, style, and unforgettable melodies came together to create something truly timeless. Paul Rodgers is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most influential voices in the history of British rock music. Best known for his work with Free and later Bad Company, Rodgers built a reputation for combining raw power, soulful emotion, and remarkable vocal control. His voice possessed a rare quality, strong and masculine, yet capable of conveying deep vulnerability and feeling. For many rock fans, he represents the gold standard of classic rock frontmen. Rodgers first gained international attention in the early 1970s as the lead singer of Free, the band responsible for the timeless hit, All Right Now. The song became a rock radio staple and helped establish him as one of the most exciting young talents of the era. Later, with Bad Company, he reached even greater heights. Songs such as Feel Like Making Love, Shooting Star, Bad Company, and Can't Get Enough became enduring classics that continue to receive airplay decades after their release. What made Paul Rodgers stand out was his authenticity. His performances felt effortless, yet they carried an emotional depth that resonated with audiences around the world. Over the years, his influence has been acknowledged by countless singers who cite him as a major inspiration. Now 76 years old, Paul Rodgers remains one of the most respected figures in classic rock. Although health challenges in recent years have limited some of his activities, his legacy continues to grow. Fans still celebrate his extraordinary body of work, and fellow musicians continue to praise his unmatched vocal ability. For those who grew up during rock's golden age, Paul Rodgers remains a living symbol of timeless musicianship, integrity, and the enduring power of a truly great voice. John Taylor earned a place in music history as one of the most admired and stylish bass players of the rock and pop era. As a founding member of Duran Duran, he helped define the sound and image of the new wave movement that swept across the world during the 1980s.
Always been of concern
With his
to
striking good looks, confident stage presence, and exceptional musicianship, Taylor became a teenage heartthrob and a cultural icon for an entire generation. While many fans were initially drawn to his movie star appearance, it was his talent as a bassist that truly set him apart. John's melodic and energetic bass lines became a key ingredient in Duran Duran's success, helping to drive classic hits such as Rio, Hungry Like the Wolf, Girls on Film, and The Reflex.
It tells a very honest story,
Musicians
but
have
it's not
often
a
praised his
dishy
playing
tell-all.
style for bringing a level of sophistication and groove that elevated the band's sound beyond typical pop music. His ability to blend funk, rock, and dance influences helped create a musical identity that remains instantly recognizable decades later. Beyond the screaming fans and magazine covers, Taylor proved that he was far more than a teen idol. Over the years, he explored solo projects, collaborated with other artists, and openly discussed his personal struggles and growth, earning respect for his honesty and resilience. His willingness to evolve both as a musician and as a person allowed him to remain relevant
of the rhythm
long
section.
after many
Got
of his
Steve and Paul, who basically,
contemporaries
want to be the
from
small
the
face
Now,
alternative
25 years old, John
dimension,
Taylor continues to tour and
like I could
perform
be a
with Duran
musician.
Duran, bringing
That
the
was what
same
they
passion
gave
and
me.
energy that first made him famous. For many longtime fans, he remains a symbol of the excitement and optimism of the 1980s. A gifted musician whose talent, charisma, and enduring appeal have stood the test of time. Bryan Adams became one of the defining voices of rock ballads in the 1980s and 1990s, earning a loyal following through his distinctive raspy vocals to heartfelt songwriting. Born in Canada, Adams rose from a young, aspiring his youthful smile, approachable personality, and authentic style made him not only a successful recording artist, but also one of the most beloved figures in popular music. Throughout his career, Adams mastered the rare ability to combine arena rock energy with emotional storytelling. Songs such as Summer of '69, Heaven, Unto,
It's getting better, baby. No one you still turn the fire on. Don't deny me this pain I'm going through. Please forgive me. I can't.
personal and sincere. For many Americans, his music remains closely tied to some of the most memorable moments of their lives. Unlike many artists who chased changing trends, Bryan Adams built his reputation on consistency and authenticity. His songs were never overly complicated, yet they carried an emotional honesty that connected deeply with audiences. Beyond his remarkably active, continuing to write new music, record albums, and perform for audiences across the globe. His enduring popularity is a testament to the power of great songwriting and genuine talent. For longtime fans, he represents a golden era of rock music when unforgettable melodies, heartfelt lyrics, and sincere performances were the foundation of lasting success. What happens when the world's most famous faces suddenly become almost unrecognizable? For years, Hollywood celebrities have been surrounded by plastic surgery rumors, dramatic transformations, and emotional confessions that shocked millions of fans around the world. Some stars gained confidence and reinvented their image, while others faced regret, criticism, and heartbreaking consequences hidden behind fame and glamour. In today's video, we're uncovering celebrity plastic surgery stories that surprised everyone, from secret cosmetic procedures and extreme makeovers to the intense pressure of staying young in Hollywood. You'll discover which celebrities admitted the truth, which transformations left fans speechless, and how fame can sometimes push stars beyond their limits. Stay until the end because one shocking story may completely change the way you see beauty standards forever. And don't forget to leave a comment telling us which celebrity transformation surprised you the most and how famous you think your favorite star truly is in today's entertainment world. Jessica Alba has become one of the most talked about and controversial public figures in the world of cosmetic surgery. Once widely known as the human Ken doll, Jessica later came out as transgender and embraced her identity publicly, beginning a new chapter in her life. Over time, the media started referring to her as a real-life Barbie, but her story goes far beyond appearance alone. It reflects a deeply personal search for confidence, acceptance, and physical perfection that has gradually transformed nearly every part of her image. Over the years, Jessica has reportedly undergone more than 100 cosmetic procedures, including multiple nose surgeries, jaw reconstruction, facial implants, lip fillers, and extensive body contouring treatments. The transformation has been so dramatic that many longtime viewers barely recognize her today compared to her earlier television appearances. In the beginning, many people responded with sympathy and admiration. Some praised her honesty, courage, and willingness to live authentically despite public criticism. However, as the surgeries continued and reports of medical complications surfaced, public concern slowly began to grow. Doctors, fans, and even close friends started questioning whether the pursuit of perfection had gone too far. Today, opinions about Jessica Alba remain deeply divided. Some see her as a symbol of personal freedom and self-expression, while others view her story as a warning about the emotional and physical risks of extreme cosmetic surgery. Perhaps the biggest question is not how she looks, but whether all of these transformations have truly brought her lasting happiness and peace. Justin Jedlicka is widely known around the world as one of the most famous human Ken dolls, a title that has followed him throughout his extraordinary cosmetic surgery journey. Over the years, Justin has openly discussed his transformation, reportedly undergoing hundreds of procedures to create what he personally considers the ideal version of the human body. Through implants, facial surgeries, and extensive body enhancements, nearly every part of his appearance has been intentionally reshaped according to his own vision. What makes Justin's story different from many others is the philosophy behind his choices. Rather than using cosmetic surgery simply to correct insecurities, he has often described transformation as a form of personal art and creative expression. His chest, arms, calves, jawline, and facial features were all designed with precision to match an image he imagined for himself. In interviews, Justin has even compared the human body to sculpture, believing it can be molded and refined much like marble or clay. Still, his dramatic transformation continues to spark major debate. Critics argue that such extreme modifications may cross the line between individuality and potential self-harm, especially in a society already influenced by unrealistic beauty standards. Medical experts have also expressed concern about the physical risks connected to repeated surgeries over long periods of time. At the same time, many supporters admire Justin for being transparent, confident, and unapologetic about his choices. Whether people see him as inspiring or controversial, his story continues to challenge traditional ideas about beauty, identity, and how far personal transformation should go. Martina Big has become one of the most controversial figures in the world of extreme cosmetic transformation. Originally from Germany, Martina once lived a fairly traditional life and even worked as a flight attendant before moving into modeling. As her public profile grew, she began dramatically altering her appearance in ways that quickly attracted worldwide attention. Her transformation first became widely discussed because of her repeated breast augmentation procedures, which reportedly resulted in some of the largest saline implants in Europe. However, the controversy surrounding Martina expanded far beyond cosmetic surgery alone. Around 2017, she made international headlines after using melanotan, a synthetic tanning peptide associated with darkening skin pigmentation. Over time, her skin tone changed significantly, and she publicly stated that she identified as a black woman. She also spoke about plans to further alter certain facial features through cosmetic procedures. Those statements immediately sparked intense public criticism and debate. Many people argued that racial identity is deeply connected to culture, ancestry, and lived experience, not simply physical appearance. Critics accused her of cultural appropriation and viewed her transformation as offensive and deeply insensitive. At the same time, Martina continued defending her choices, insisting that her appearance reflects her personal identity and how she genuinely sees herself. Today, Martina Big remains a highly divisive public figure. Some view her as an example of radical self-expression, while others believe her story highlights the dangers of pushing personal transformation beyond ethical and social boundaries. Her journey continues to raise difficult questions about identity, cosmetic modification, and how far self-expression should go in modern society. Carol Bryan never imagined that a routine cosmetic procedure would completely transform her life in the most devastating way possible. In 2009, Carol was simply hoping for a subtle facial enhancement, much like many Americans seeking non-surgical treatments to maintain a youthful appearance. At the time, dermal fillers were widely marketed as safe and common. But what began as a simple cosmetic appointment quickly turned into a medical nightmare that left her permanently blind in one eye and severely disfigured. Shortly after the injections, Carol experienced intense swelling that appeared far more serious than a normal reaction. As time passed, the condition worsened dramatically. Reports later suggested that the filler may have involved improperly administered or unsafe substances, possibly including silicone, which began hardening and spreading through her facial tissue. The damage eventually affected her optic nerve, causing irreversible vision loss. The emotional trauma became just as overwhelming as the physical injuries. Carol withdrew from public life, avoiding friends, social events, and even close family members because of embarrassment and emotional pain. However, her daughter refused to give up hope and tirelessly searched for medical specialists who could help. Their journey eventually led them to doctors at UCLA Medical Center, where surgeons performed multiple reconstructive operations, including an extensive 16-hour procedure using tissue from Carol's back to rebuild parts of her face. Today, Carol Bryan's story stands as a powerful warning about the risks connected to cosmetic procedures. More importantly, she has become an advocate for patient safety, awareness, and careful medical decision-making before undergoing aesthetic treatments. Raji Narina Singh is an actress, author, and outspoken transgender advocate whose life story has become both heartbreaking and inspiring. After years of struggling with her identity, Raji eventually chose to live openly as herself, hoping to find peace and confidence through that journey. Like many transgender women, she believed facial feminization procedures could help her feel more comfortable in her own skin and better reflect the person she truly felt she was inside. However, the extremely high cost of legitimate cosmetic procedures made safe medical treatment difficult to afford. Searching for a cheaper alternative, Raji turned to O'Neill Ron Morris, an unlicensed individual falsely presenting herself as a qualified professional. What followed became a devastating medical tragedy. Raji was injected with dangerous non-medical substances, reportedly including mineral oil, cement-like compounds, and other materials never intended for cosmetic use. The results were immediate and traumatic. Her face swelled severely, leaving her disfigured and emotionally shattered. Overwhelmed by shame and fear, Raji withdrew from public life and often relied on heavy makeup, wigs, and isolation to hide her condition from the world. Her turning point came years later through her appearance on the television show Botched, where experienced surgeons worked to remove some of the harmful substances and begin reconstructive treatment. Although the recovery process was long and painful, Raji eventually regained confidence and found the strength to speak publicly about her experience. Today, she uses her story to warn others about the serious dangers of unlicensed cosmetic procedures and the risks people sometimes take when desperate for acceptance, transformation, or affordability. Pixie Fox is one of the most unusual and talked-about figures in the world of extreme cosmetic transformation. Inspired by animated heroines and comic book characters, Pixie set out on a dramatic journey to turn herself into what she has described as a living cartoon character. Unlike many people who pursue cosmetic surgery to achieve conventional beauty standards, Pixie's goal was something entirely different. She wanted exaggerated, fantasy-inspired proportions that mirrored the stylized appearance of fictional characters rather than real human anatomy. Over the years, she has undergone numerous cosmetic procedures, including facial surgeries, lip enhancements, breast augmentation, and extensive body contouring. However, the transformation that attracted the most attention was her extremely small waist. Pixie has publicly stated that she underwent rib removal surgery to achieve her desired silhouette, a claim that has sparked both fascination and skepticism from doctors and the public alike. Seeing such dramatic proportions on a real person has challenged many traditional ideas about the limits of cosmetic surgery and the human body itself. Critics often question the safety and long-term consequences of these procedures, especially when cosmetic modifications push far beyond what most surgeons consider typical or medically advisable. At the same time, supporters argue that Pixie's appearance represents artistic freedom and personal expression rather than a need for public approval. Despite constant criticism and media attention, Pixie has remained consistent in defending her choices. She insists that her transformation reflects creativity, individuality, and control over her own identity. Her story ultimately raises larger questions about beauty standards, fantasy culture, and how far someone may go in pursuit of their ideal self. K. Michelle is widely recognized for her powerful music career and outspoken personality, but her experience with cosmetic procedures has also become one of the entertainment industry's most serious cautionary tales. During the peak of her fame, K. Michelle felt intense pressure to maintain a curvier body image, something that was heavily glamorized in music and television culture at the time. In an effort to achieve that look more quickly, she underwent illegal silicone injections, believing they would provide a simple and effective enhancement. Instead, the decision led to years of painful consequences. Over time, she began suffering from severe health complications, including chronic pain, infections, and extensive tissue damage caused by the injected substances. What started as a cosmetic choice soon turned into a dangerous medical emergency. Her condition became so serious that she required hospitalization and multiple corrective surgeries to remove the harmful materials from her body. Some of the damage was so extensive that surgeons had to reconstruct affected areas, proving just how dangerous unregulated cosmetic procedures can truly be. The emotional impact was equally devastating. K. Michelle later admitted that the experience left her physically exhausted and emotionally overwhelmed, especially knowing that some of the damage could never be completely reversed. Since then, she has openly shared her regrets and used her platform to warn others, particularly young women, about the risks of illegal body enhancements and the pressure to meet unrealistic beauty standards. Today, her story stands as both a warning and a message of resilience. By speaking honestly about her experience, K. Michelle has helped bring greater awareness to the hidden dangers of unsafe cosmetic procedures and the importance of making informed medical decisions. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. See you in the next one.